A New York jury has returned a split verdict in the high-profile criminal trial against Sean Diddy Combs, with the music mogul being found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but acquitted of the more serious charges. The 55-year-old was denied bail and will be sentenced at a later date. Our North America correspondent Lauren Day has been following the trial since the beginning and joins us now from outside the court. Hi there, Lauren. What has Combs exactly been convicted of?
Well, Lorna, this was a big win today for Sean Combs and for his legal team. The jury this morning announced that they were finding him not guilty of the most serious charges against Sean Combs. That's that one count of racketeering conspiracy that we've heard a lot about, and the 2 counts of sex trafficking concerning his former partner, Cassandra Ventura, and another woman who identified herself as Jane throughout the trial. Now, Sean Combs was very happy when those verdicts came down. He was smiling, he was fist pumping, he was hugging his lawyers, who you can see now leaving the court. They're also looking very pleased with themselves here, having gotten this outcome today that many people did not expect. Now, outside of court, when those verdicts came down, there were also a lot of people, a lot of supporters of Combs who were very happy, who were chanting, who were singing, who were shouting "Free Diddy." They were clearly very pleased with this outcome. But there were also some people who were really dismayed by this. There were women that I spoke to who said that they were survivors of domestic violence, of sexual abuse, and that today was a really bad day for women, a really bad day for survivors, a really bad day for the Me Too movement. Here's what they told me earlier, Lorna.
Guess what? Me Too movement is definitely going to have to pivot itself and move in a different direction. Because look at what just happened. That's telling us our voices don't matter. What we went through didn't matter. What we experienced didn't matter. And money buys you out of anything.
My heart dropped, and then I see people like this next to me who are insanely happy about it, and I'm thinking, geez, like, I didn't know people were so connected to him like this.
Now, we've just seen the lead defence attorney, Mark Agnifilo, joking about baby oil and lubricant, which we've heard a lot about with regard to these charges. I might just remind you what that racketeering charge that he was found not guilty on was actually about, because it's probably not familiar to Australian audiences. It may not have even been familiar to many of the jurors. It's more commonly associated with mob bosses than music moguls. It was made famous in The Godfather. And basically the prosecution was alleging with that charge that Sean Combs was the head of a criminal enterprise, that he used his money, his power, his influence and his entourage to commit a wide range of crimes, including kidnapping, bribery and drug distribution. Obviously, the jurors found that the prosecution did not meet the burden of proof, that they did not prove this charge beyond reasonable doubt. And that's significant because that charge would have carried a possible life sentence. Now, a short time ago, Sean Combs was denied bail, with the judge citing his history of violence, which was documented throughout this trial. We all saw the video of him kicking and dragging Cassie Ventura in the Intercontinental in LA back in 2016. But things are not over for Sean Combs. He will face his sentencing in a few months' time, probably, and he could serve up to 20 years in jail, but a lot of lawyers are saying that he could serve a lot less time, that his sentence is probably more likely to be measured in months than years. But despite that, despite a possible custodial sentence, he also faces a serious reputational damage here. This court case, this saga, this circus as it's turned into here in Manhattan, has done a lot of damage to his reputation and his legacy. And he's also, you might remember, facing dozens and dozens of civil lawsuits as well from people who came forth after Cassandra Ventura launched her own civil lawsuit to make serious allegations against Sean Combs that he will still need to fight. So even if he and his team are seeing this as a win today, this is certainly not over for Sean Diddy Combs.
Lauren Day, thank you very much. If this story has raised any issues for you, you can get help by calling the National Sexual Assault and Family Violence Counselling Helpline on 1-800-RESPECT. That is 1-800-737-732.